Places you don't talk about at parties. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Keep this frequency clear.
And now it's conspiracy. See, they've made that something that should not be even entertained for a minute. That powerful people might get together and have a plan. Doesn't happen. You're a kook. You're a conspiracy buff.
You're watching The Truth is Viral, the only news program on the internet trusted to deliver the truth since 2008. And now, here's your host, Mr. Bobby Powell.
Welcome back to The Truth is Viral. I'm your host, Bob Powell, and once again I have to apologize for the sound quality. My new microphone has yet to arrive. It'll be here in just a few days, but until it does get here, we'll have to just make do with what we've got. As many of you know, my life was threatened, and my wife, who's battling stage 4 colorectal and liver cancer, was threatened with rape by some followers, Twitter followers of this scumbag thug rape artist, rap artist, The Game. And my friends aren't very happy with that. One of my friends is Pastor Carl Gallups at the P.P. Simmons Ministry. And another is Mike Shoesmith, his director of social media operations. And Mike called me the other day and had me on his show as a guest. And then he made this video and posted it on the P.P. Simmons YouTube site. And I thought I would share it with you too. So this is my interview with Mike Shoesmith of the P.P. Simmons Ministry. Grab some popcorn and enjoy.
Hey everybody, Mike Shoesmith here. This may surprise some of you guys, but we at P.P. Simmons, we believe that the confiscation of guns is a righteous thing to do. As long as you take them away from the right people, as long as you do the means testing that's required to remove them from the hands of those who should never own guns, and allow the adults to keep their guns, right? Let's look at the evidence here. We published an article on this the other day. It is in fact the progressive liberals who are stealing the guns and going in hitting these soft targets to kill moviegoers and children in schools. It's the liberal Democrats that are doing this, the progressives. You've never seen a conservative NRA member do any of these things. Let's look at the evidence here. The Fort Hood shooter, a registered Democrat, right? Columbine, too young to vote, but both families were registered Democrats and progressive liberals. Virginia Tech shooter, wrote hate mail to President Bush to his staff, was a registered Democrat. Colorado shooter, registered Democrat, staff worker on the Obama campaign, Occupy Wall Street participant, and progressive liberal. Connecticut school shooter, registered Democrat, hated Christians. This is the common thread, folks, that can't be ignored here. That these shooters were progressive liberal Democrats. So yeah, we're in favor of allowing the adults to keep their guns because the liberals are crazy. They're crazy. I know that's a pejorative term, but listen, the experts have weighed in on this. Papers have been written. Studies have been done. Liberalism is a mental disorder. It just is. You can't live a liberal life. I mean, liberalism is defined as a mental disorder in the dictionary. It's defined as an unrestricted lifestyle. As soon as you put any restrictions on your life, you embrace conservatism. And the facts of life are conservative. And it appears more and more that when people get into the arena of ideas and support the Second Amendment, the liberals are coming out and attacking viciously and using foul vulgarity and threatening to kill Second Amendment backers. In fact, we interviewed a guy today, a friend of ours, P.P. Simmons' friend. His name is Bob Powell. He runs a website called The Truth is Viral. And his blog property is bobpowell.blogspot.com. BOBPOWELL.blogspot.com. I mean, he's got that website is very popular, and he's a Second Amendment guy, he's a First Amendment guy, he's a constitutionalist, and he's our friend. And we got a hold of Bob earlier today, and we interviewed him because Bob has recently been threatened with his life. People have threatened to kill him. Not only that, but people have threatened to rape his wife. His wife has cancer. And people, these liberals who are attacking his stance on gun ownership, are threatening to kill him and rape his wife. Can you believe that? Well, we got a hold of Bob earlier. Here's the interview, and I'll join up with you guys later.
People don't like what I say, they get hate mail. But this one particular scumbag tweeted that he was going to rape my wife. Well, the feds are looking for you. I don't put up with that kind of garbage. And if the feds don't find you out in LA, you come to Michigan, state police are looking for you. If you get past them, sheriff's looking for you. If you get past them, my posse's looking for you. Yeah, I got a posse too. And they're all rednecks. And if you get past them, you're going to have to get past me.
Well, all of a sudden, the people that had been attacking Michelle Malcolm started attacking me. And, you know, as a public figure, sometimes I get hate mail. I get that. But the things that were said were so vicious and so vile. I couldn't even think about repeating them on this program.
Right.
But then came the threats to kill me as well. And then they took the time, some of them, to go visit my blog and see what I'm all about. And they learned that my wife has metastatic colon and rectal cancer. And that was a nice piece of ammunition they used when they threatened to rape her. So, wow. Yeah. Wow. These guys are the lowest of the low, scumbags extraordinaire.
Amazing. So what are you hoping now? You've been in contact with the authorities about this, right?
Right. I've been in touch with my local sheriff. Actually, I started off with the FBI because obviously it's an interstate thing. They said that any report has to originate locally. So I went to my local sheriff, and he hooked me up with one of his detectives who has been doing a really fine job investigating this. But his resources as a local sheriff are limited, and still trying to get the FBI into this. You know, if I had said something like that, or if Rush Limbaugh or you or Carl Gallups had said something like that, well, you can bet that SWAT teams would be deployed and there'd be AWACS up in the air and Predator drones getting ready to blow up our homes. But I can't get any justice. I can't even get the FBI to look into this. So, yeah, there's something definitely wrong here.
So here we have. Now you just entered into the arena of ideas. You're a classy guy. I read some of the threads some of the Twitter feed that you posted on your site, and I saw nothing that was unclassy on your part. And yet the filth. I mean, the filth coming from these people, threatening to kill you, to rape your wife. I mean, this really does play into the liberalism mental disorder that has been documented by professionals. And listen, man, I feel for you. I know you don't have much time here, but talk to us about how people can get to your material. Tell us where people can find you out there. I mean, you're a popular guy, and people that I talk to, they already know who you are anyway. But let's tell people how to reach you, how to get your stuff here.
Okay, well, they can start off by going to bobpowell.blogspot.com. That's the home base. That's where I put pretty much everything, whether it's a text post or a video. Video is mostly what I do. The videos that I have done in the past feature interviews with like CIA spy Reza Khalili, a good friend of WorldNet Daily. A lot of my interviews come from WorldNet Daily, like Carl Gallups. He'll be on my show this Friday,
Nice.
talking about his new with the Magic Man in the Sky.
Yeah.
And so I go into depth in these subjects. My shows normally go from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. They're very informative. They're very in depth. I provide information that you don't see in the mainstream media, information that they're lying about, suppressing, trying to spin in any way that they can. Like, for example, I bet this is the first time that many of your listeners have ever heard the fact that Barack Obama has been supporting Al-Qaeda terrorists from through the Muslim Brotherhood from the time this so-called Arab Spring started in Egypt, through Libya, and now in Syria. He's giving arms, training Al-Qaeda terrorists, the very people that we should be killing, he's in bed with. And that's the reason Christopher Stevens, our ambassador in Libya, was killed in Benghazi, was because he was there at a CIA outpost. It wasn't a mission, it wasn't an embassy, it wasn't a consulate, it was a CIA outpost and warehouse. That very day he had met with the Turkish ambassador in order to transfer 20,000 Stinger-type missiles that Al-Qaeda in Libya had stolen from Gaddafi's armories and transfer them to Al-Qaeda terrorists that were now in Syria. The only problem was that the terrorists in Libya didn't want to give them up. And lots of interesting information. And I've got a forum that people can join and talk about the shows. It's at ttiv.forummotion.com. You can follow @TheTruthIsViral on Twitter, like us on Facebook. And the most important thing, Mike, that I'm doing right now is on February the 8th, in all 50 states, on the state capitol steps, there is going to be a pro-Second Amendment open carry demonstration. I'm going to be speaking at the one here in Michigan on the Capitol steps of Lansing. And I'm going to be speaking in defense of the Second Amendment. I'm going to be speaking in defense of the Constitution. And we need to stand up. Everybody that hears this needs to find my video about this demonstration on February the 8th and spread it to everybody that they can think of, because a tyranny has descended upon this land, and we cannot stand for it.
Well, amen. I mean, that's been a lot of our material going up has been to do with propping up the Second Amendment, and we love you, Bob. I mean, we pray for you and your family, and we pray for your safety, brother. I mean, you're doing the exploits, and you're standing up for righteousness. And
well, Mike, I've got to. You see, 1 year ago today, my daughter died. She was 24, and she died without knowing the Lord, and that's my fault. So I promised her, as I held her ashes in my hands, I held her in my hands. I looked up at God, and I promised her that from that day forward, I would use my show to bring people to Christ. And I'm not a preacher. Okay, I don't know the Bible back and forth, but I do know the news business. I can take today's headlines, I can compare them to what's been prophesied in the Bible, and I can prove logically that there is no way in the world, no way in the universe that these events could have been foretold by a shepherd 2,500 years ago without divine intervention.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole other topic. We'll have to get together and do a show on Bible prophecy, because as far as I'm concerned, you can know God without the Bible. Jesus is there for everybody, Bible or not. I mean, when I got saved, I never read the Bible in my life. But the Bible is, as you say, full of prophecies which prove the Bible to be true and validate it based on their historical fulfillment. And you're right about that. And Bob, listen, man, I'm going to let you go because I know that I've already taken up more time than you had to spare. But listen, we're glad to have you on. We're glad to have you as our friend, and we're glad to be able to call you a friend. And keep up the fight out there. And we look forward to reading more of your material. We'll be praying for you and your wife. And God bless you, Bob. We'll see you. We'll talk to you real soon. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
Well, that was Bob. You know, Bob's a great guy. He's a friend of the ministry, and we just love having Bob on whenever we can. He's been on Freedom Friday with Carl Gallups, and he's actually interviewed Carl for his show. And Bob's got quite a story to tell. Bob's a great guy. I'm sorry about the Skype connection there. It was kind of difficult to make him out there. But pray for Bob. Pray for his family. We love you, Bob. Thanks for watching PP Simmons Television. My name is Mike Shoesmith. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I got a posse too. And they're all rednecks. And if you get past them, you're going to have to get past me.
That was Mike Shoesmith of the PP Simmons Ministry interviewing moi. The PP Simmons Ministry and The Truth is Viral are, I'm proud to have them as my friends because we're doing the same job. We're doing the Lord's work. They're doing it more from a biblical point of view, and I'm just doing what one man can to show you the headlines and prove how they correlate with biblical prophecy, because I'm not a preacher. I don't know every single word in the Bible, but I can read the important parts, and God has granted me the gift of discernment so that I know where to go and what to do when I find the truth. And that's my job, kind of, is to share the truth with you. And your job is to spread my shows everywhere you can. Okay, put them on Facebook, tweet them, stumble upon them, put them on Pinterest, Reddit, everywhere. Stick them in emails to your friends, not just this show or the last one, but all of them. We need to get the truth out there because, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go to war. I am not kidding. I'm not a doom monger. The people that have watched me long enough know that. When I tell you something, you can take it to the bank. And what I'm telling you now is that the battle is about to begin. You need to prepare right now. You need to stock up on food, water, guns, and ammunition in order to protect your families from the tyranny that is about to descend on this country. Take my word for it and spread my work to everyone that you know. Get them prepared. It's your responsibility. They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're your relatives. It's your family. You need to wake them up, and you need to tell them to prepare, because life as we know it is about to end. And don't forget that on February 8th, I will be speaking at the open carry demonstration in Lansing from 10 in the morning until 12, and we'll have some very special guests there speaking with me as well. Now, this demonstration is not just going to take place in Lansing, Michigan. It's going to take place in the state capitals, on the Capitol steps, in every capital in the nation, all 50 of them. So it's going to be a great time. There are going to be a lot of like-minded patriots getting out there, and it is an open carry demonstration. In most states, it is legal for people to open carry, even if they don't have a concealed weapons license. But I need to make sure that everybody realizes that you must obey all federal, state, and local gun laws. That's very important. We don't want to, mess this up by people getting arrested. So exercise your rights, but exercise them legally. Okay? And it wouldn't hurt if you dress nice. All right? So until the next time, thank you for watching The Truth is Viral. I'm your host, Bob Powell. God bless y'all. Semper Fi, and hoorah.
Thank you for watching The Truth is Viral with your host, Bobby Powell. Make sure to follow The Apocalypse on Twitter @TheTruthIsViral. Like The Truth is Viral on Facebook, and if you can, please remember to donate to the cause via PayPal at www.bobpowell.blogspot.com.
Smack runner, your game is through. Smack runner, I'm talking to you.